Siim Roosipuu of Pro-Life Traveller from Estonia, Estonian vlogger who's been living in Philippines for 3 years, so he says. He's on a tourist visa, and he's allegedly married to a Filipina named Jolina, and they have now a 1-year-old son who has just turned 1. And he started off with nothing. He went over to the Philippines as a tourist. I think he was looking for a Filipina girlfriend, and he met Jolina, and they had quite a volatile relationship where they would argue a lot, and they would break up and go back together again, and then they got really involved with each other. Jolina would just literally accept anything that Siim wanted to do, and they were very flirtatious with each other, very much in love, and starting off in their relationship. He made videos of everything. He made videos of touching her in intimate places, and making suggestions with his hands. He made videos of everything, and he posted it all on his channel. And he had the personality that he was like in charge. He was the boss in the house, and he actually made a video saying that no Filipinas will tell me what to do. I am in charge, and that is that. He would constantly insult people in the Philippine people. He would he had a kind of conscious, like he had this kind of personality that he thought people were looking at him, staring at him, and he would go out and say, let's see who stares at me now. And then he would look at them. He would literally look at them. When he thought they were staring, he would literally stare at them back and make insulting comments. There was a young girl, when he walked past, he went buang, which is buang means mental, some mental problem. There was a time when he obviously didn't like gay people, or he kind of made comments about it. There was lady boys, and he approached one and said, "Are you a lady boy?" And he said, what do you get out of it, blah blah blah. There was that side of it. There was this time when he sat near a young lady. He said, she was obviously a lady of the working girl, and he said, "You're a pock," which is a bit of a insulting thing to say to someone, especially if these ladies are poor and they haven't got any other choice but to do this type of work. They don't want to be put down by some Westerner. He gave that kind of superiority complex, like he was superior over people. He made a video where he was putting down Filipino women who had children, and said, I would never get involved with a mother have someone else's child, as if other men giving the impression that it was disgusting or whatever. He literally made videos about his feelings on things, but he kind of gave the impression that everyone else was going to agree with everything that he said. There was loads of stuff you could look at. I mean, there are so many vloggers now from Dumaguete who are making videos on him, which before they weren't saying nothing at all. They're coming out with stuff and saying, yeah, we knew of him, but we only watched a few of his videos, but they seem to know so much about him. You know, they witnessed his Ford being smashed up parked on the side of the road. They used to witness him holding the camera out the window. They knew that he was carrying the child on the seat, but I think one of them said that was illegal. You could do that over in the Philippines, that you can carry a child on the front seat without any safety, you know, any safety chair or anything. Well, that is not legal. It's actually illegal in the Philippines. You know, you can be fined for it, and you know, something like that. So he was actually breaking those laws, but he didn't care, because he's a law upon himself. He even got a little device to put in the seatbelt clip to stop you know, to prevent the seatbelt going in. You know, it's just ridiculous, some of the things that he was doing. I actually criticised his driving, and I left comments on his videos many times, and he would make a video where he's in the car and he's got no seatbelt on. He's literally laughing with her, because she laughs all the time. She constantly laughs at everything he says, and they're laughing, going, "Oh look, we got no seatbelts on," and then he takes his hands off the steering wheel. "Oh, I'm driving with no hands." And I kind of got the impression like he was making fun of the like, you know, the comments that were left. Recently he hit a guy on a scooter, and the guy's leg was cut, so he just took out 10,000 pesos out of his wallet. He says, "There, sir, I'll give you this," and he gave him 10,000 pesos to this Filipino man. The police were literally just down the road, and when the Filipino man drove off on his scooter, then he started saying, "Well, actually, it wasn't my fault, it wasn't my fault." Yeah, so that was that as well. He did actually film an accident where the person was really injured badly, and there was an American man who had stopped to help. And this American man saw Siim filming and walks up to him and said, "Why are you filming? Why are you filming?" He got right up close to him, and Siim was saying, "Are you going to hit me? Are you going to hit me?" And while he was filming all of this, the man drove off. No, the man actually went to the police and said, "That man's filming this, that man's filming this. He shouldn't be doing this." Well, the police didn't do nothing at all. So the American guy rode off, and that was that. You know, but Siim put it on YouTube, obviously made quite a lot of views out of it, probably made loads of subscribers out of it. Yeah, there was another time with the estate agent. Well, she was an agent, independent agent, working on commission, so she was finding places. He contacted her, and he was supposed to meet her on this particular day, and there was a mix-up with the locations, and he said he was so fed up because he'd wasted the day, so he started calling her a scammer to her face in front of her husband. I believe it was her husband. And he was just calling her a scammer, and she said, "Please don't call me a scammer." Well, obviously he's filming it all, and he's put it all on his YouTube channel, so she's kind of, in a way, she's been exposed as being a scammer. And his groupies, because he's got like a bunch of groupies who follow him, and they will agree with everything he says, and they're calling this woman a scammer. They say she's obviously a scammer, blah blah blah. If you criticise anything that he says on the channel, you have these groupies attack you and say, you know, "You're a hater, you're a troll. If you don't like it, go somewhere else," blah blah blah. You know, you get all this negative comments just because you're making your opinion. You know, you're entitled to give your opinion on videos. So there was that. There was obviously he's walking through the poor areas, and the kids are there. I'm not saying that he did anything, you know, to them, because I don't believe he did anything physical to any children, and I'm saying this now, I do not believe he did any sexual acts against any children at all. He was just like, you know, the children, if they run up to you and they try to hold your hand, obviously at times he might pull his hand away, or, you know, he might just be friendly. So I'm not saying that he did anything illegal on that part, you know. The more money he started making, the more generous he became with his donations. So if, you know, if a kid would run up to him and say, money, money, give me money, give me money, at first he wouldn't, but then afterwards he would take out maybe 20 pesos, even 50 pesos, and give them some money. I'm not saying, you know, he wasn't asking for anything in return, he was just giving them money. So some videos might make it look as if he was there for another reason, or people who haven't followed his channel, they might not see that kind of side. You know, they might jump to their own conclusions. Yeah, I mean, he was touchy with the women. Yeah, he was very touchy with the women, very flirtatious with the women, but I do not believe he's done anything wrong with any children. He was inappropriate with women at the waterfalls. That was my view, and I did complain to YouTube about it on various occasions, but they never did nothing about it. I do believe, you know, that he was taking these women in the mountainous area where the waterfall was maybe a mile walk. So these women would walk in front in their skimpy bikinis or their, you know, revealing clothes, and he would film them, especially when they was in like the swimming pools and the waterfall area. He would film them, sit up close near them, be a bit touchy, put his, you know, get up really close to them, rub his leg against them. So you would get the impression that there was something going on, that he was having some extramarital relationships with them. You kind of thought to yourself, do these girls know that he's married? Do they know that he's got a kid? Because in the Philippines, that is very, you know, most of the people over there in the Philippines are Catholics. They believe in marriage, and, like, you know, they don't believe in cheating. Well, no, I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of cheating going on in the Philippines, so I'm not going to say that everyone's perfect. But you know, he should have known better, really, than to do all these videos, because he's obviously picked on the wrong woman, and she's obviously taken offence to him being touchy and being flirtatious, and expecting her to wear skimpy clothes so that he can take photos. She was obviously unaware that he was posting everything on YouTube, and until she found out, of course, and then she let this particular woman made some videos on TikTok, and was really angry and pissed off with what he had done, and that he was married with a kid, because she would never have gone near him if she'd known that he was married with a kid. She would not have entertained him at all. She was very offended by what he had done. She had friends in the legal business, so, you know, there's been other YouTubers, channels who have really done some reaction videos in the past for his old videos. One in particular, Melon Man did quite a few, downloaded quite a few of his old videos of him actually literally incriminating himself. One of the videos that Melon Man saved and actually, you know, edited and did a video was when Siim was explaining how he could get a fixer to cheat the license, the Philippine license, so they can get you a license. You wouldn't even have to answer any questions. That all you'd have to do is go in there, sit near the computer, pretend to press the button, and someone in the background would be doing all the answers for you. So, and he said that he could arrange that for 10,000 pesos. And so there was that bit. Yeah, so there was, he was so stupid. He's literally incriminated himself, you know, with all the evidence that the police will find on his hard drives and on his memory sticks and whatever. He's incriminated himself. No one else needed to do it. He's done it himself. So he's to blame. And his followers, his hardline followers who defended him and attacked everyone else, they are also to blame, because they could have turned around and said, Siim, like, you know, you're not doing the right thing here. You know, you've got to clean up your act. Anyway, I won't go on because this video is going on a bit. So if you like my video, if you like what I say, please press the like button, please press the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.